First of all, the first card out here is the Ace of Wands. This represents your first house. And the first house represents your the face that you show to the world, the way that people see you, and the way that the energy that you bring to the table coming into January. This is a card about inspiration. This is a card about new projects being had and somebody who generally feels very, very happy, very optimistic, and, a little bit more ambitious, a major goal-getter. Okay. So you're coming into this month and other people see you as very eager, very enthusiastic, very passionate about something. And I feel that, the way you talk, the way you, act, I feel like you're a lot more animated. Okay. So this is a positive card. It indicates enthusiasm. It indicates like love and passion for life and having exciting new things to talk about. So there's this, energy bubbling all around you. You're a lot more talkative. You're a lot more outgoing. And I feel overall, this is a very, very positive energy to bring into the new year. The second house deals with your money and your value system. So in terms of your money, what we have here is the Judgment card in the reverse position. So this is usually, contracts not being signed just yet. There is some type of holdup. There is some type of a delay in getting the money that is owed to you. Either, a signature on a form was not signed in the appropriate place, or it was signed, but it was not dropped off with the right authority figure. And so I feel that there is some delay in getting some money to you, and there is some delay as it relates to paperwork and some contract. Okay. So just expect that for January. As it relates to your value system, this is a family card. This is kind of like some type of a communion between different people. I feel that when it comes to your value system, they're saying that your value system are things that you are going to have to cultivate on your own, are things that you're going to have to decide within yourself, like using your own feelings, your own emotions to be your own internal compass. Because I feel like for some reason there's some blockages when it comes to transmitting values through the traditional route, which is, through families, through the first people that we socialize with, our parents, our siblings, and the people in our environment, and then, educators and friends. So I feel like there's some blockages, and there might be some disagreement between different people that we value, different people that we love, and the values that they have passed down to us. So, dad might want you to behave a certain way. Mom might want you to behave a certain way, for example. So there's kind of like this conflict between who is actually right and, what is it that you really value. So I feel like this is a process where you're going to have to re-examine what it is that you really believe in as an individual, independent of what, your family, your school environment, your social group, your peer group. You're going to have to like dig a little bit deeper in order to figure out what it is that you truly value, and, relying on your instinct, relying on, that emotional gut reaction to see like whether or not something is right, whether or not something is wrong, rather than listening to what people expect you to do. Okay. The third house deals with siblings, and it also deals with communication. So, for those of you who might have siblings, we do have a person showing up as this. This could be a sister or a brother. So the gender cards are still not, gender specific. So first of all, you might have a water sign, a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio coming into your environment. And, this might be like a sibling that you are literally dealing with. Okay. This is somebody who is a little bit, I want to say like jaded with life and a little bit heartbroken over some type of a relationship that went awry. And I feel like they're a little bit, they need a shoulder to lean on. They need somebody to vent to. And I feel in a way, there's this victim mentality about them. It's kind of like, woe is me. Why can't everything go my way? But I also feel that, they might have a habit of making bad decisions. So for example, if it's a sister who has like a series of bad relationships with men who are irresponsible, I feel that, you want to tell her, how you see it. but I do feel like a bigger part of you is just like, no, I want to be protective. Okay. And then likewise, if you have a male sibling that's going through the same thing, you know, series of bad girlfriends or relationship partners, or even like a series of bad jobs where they feel underappreciated, I feel that you want to tell them the truth, which is that, you know, life is what you put into it. I do feel that, you know, you want to soften the blow a little bit, because I feel siblings coming to you with their own problems, and they might be prone to having that victim mentality where they can't really see outside of themselves. They can't really see how their actions have contributed to aggravate a situation. So I do sense like they're internalizing it, and or rather externalizing it and thinking that it's coming from their environment, and not taking ownership of the things they're doing to aggravate the situation. Okay. As it relates to your communication with the Queen of Cups in the reverse, be very, very careful about ego games. Is I guess like the right expression. And what I mean by that is, you know, sometimes when we are a little bit hurt, then I feel like rather than telling the other person, hey, don't do that, it hurts my feelings, I feel that a lot of you get hurt and you withdraw. So I'm getting a very Cancerian vibe with you guys for this month. I feel like you're coming in very enthusiastic, very optimistic about something, and then somebody could, you know, make you say something and just deflate your ego. And then rather than telling them, hey, that's not nice, I feel that a lot of you might want to be, you know, conflict avoidant. You might want to avoid aggravating the situation. So then you withdraw, and then you seethe in silence. Okay. So be careful about communicating. Say what needs to be said in a way that induces behavioral change in other people. If you don't like something, if you feel like, hey, somebody's being hurtful, just really stand up and say your piece, because I feel like they might not be aware of it. So bringing it to light, bringing it to their attention would be actually very good for you, because I feel like, you know, if you're feeling like this, very optimistic, and all of a sudden somebody says one thing that really puts you down, I do feel as if, you know, it's within your right to tell them not to do a specific thing. Okay. So communication needs to be very, very thorough and very clear for this month. What I'm also feeling is a few of you, you might be feeling very passionate, you know, about whoever you're dating, whoever you're courting, whoever you're dating. And you might just like, you know, want to have like a one night stand with them. And as a result of it, you know, like you want to court them. And so you may make promises that you can't deliver. So be careful about false promises made to another person on an emotional level, because I do feel there is some issues with communication where somebody is not expressing themselves in a very clear and easy to understand manner. So there's some emotional manipulation going through in your communication sector. Okay. What I'm also feeling as well, the fourth card, the fourth house, deals with the family environment, as well as the card of the mother, the card that represents the mother. So we have here the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is a person that is, they're pushing against the tides. They have a lot of responsibilities on their plate. And they were somebody that, you know, took care of everything. So, I feel that you guys, you have, you come up in an environment with a mother who is very, very independent. For a lot of you, she might have been the main breadwinner within the household. And then for others of you, I feel like single mothers. Okay. So this is a little bit more gender specific, because we're dealing with a specific house that deals with a specific person. So I feel like you grow up in an environment where the mother had a lot of strength, a lot of sway. She could be, you know, strong, very emotionally strong, physically strong. She took care of all the responsibilities, and she's not somebody who's a whiner and a complainer. And then others of you might literally be in a household where, you know, the mother might be the one that makes all the money, or she could be like a single mother in whatever capacity. She could be a single mother, and she had a lot of responsibilities on her plate. And I feel that, you know, growing up with somebody like this, it almost feels as if, it can go two ways, actually. I feel like a lot of you might be inspired to work hard and, earn your own money and to take care of her. And then on the other end of the spectrum, we might have somebody like this where they had to take care of practical responsibilities, bills, car payment, driving the kids to school, making sure everybody's fed, making sure the house is clean, making sure the dogs are walked. And so they might not have the time to have that emotional connection with you. And so I feel like on the one hand, they're there, but on the other hand, you feel emotionally neglected in that relationship. You felt as if she didn't have time for you. And so rather than wanting to grow up and emulate, wanting to be this person or wanting to take care of this person, I feel that you might go the opposite direction where you might have a little bit of resentment because she was not available to take care of you on the emotional level. As it relates to the family as well, this is the card of the mother and also the family that you grew up in. I feel honestly, some of you might be single children. Like you might grow up in an environment where there might not have been a great rapport with siblings. Like for whatever reason, you might not be very close to your siblings. You might not divulge secrets with siblings, and you might not have had like a very strong bond with one another. So everyone did their own thing. You could also be the only child where, all the responsibilities, all the tasks, all the chores were kind of like laid on you, mainly because there isn't another sibling to delegate to or to, split the responsibilities between. So if you were also, grown up in an environment early on in childhood where you had to take care of everything, you might also be the oldest child. You had to take care of everything. There might be some resentment here that needs to be released, okay? They're saying like a lot of burdens coming in from growing up in an environment that might not have been very stable. And so there's a little bit of like this need to want to revert to that childhood state where somebody takes care of us again. So I feel that energy coming through for this month. Feeling a little bit like, so for example, you might feel like you might be in a situation where somebody says something that makes you feel kind of like unloved, unappreciated, and emotionally like distraught. And so it triggers something in childhood that it could also, cause a situation or a similar situation might have happened in childhood where you felt the same way. And so I feel like, there needs to be some type of sorting out something within your family unit, the family that you grew up in, so that you can heal and so that you're not defensive or you're not too sensitive when engaging with other people. Okay. And more importantly, meaningful communication is the most important thing. But when when something triggers something else from childhood, we automatically get into defensive mode and we act instinctively and without, having the ability to thoroughly sort out our feelings and plan out what we're going to say. So I do see something like that coming through here. It might be a trigger for some of you for this month. In terms of the family unit that you have created for yourself. So this is, growing up. Like after you've grown up, you move out and you start your own family, for example. There's a lot of responsibilities in the household. This is the card about being shuffling around, moving every few years, like upgrading to a new place or downgrading your house environment. So moving every few years, having to like move around quite a bit. And so this is like carrying all your stuff with you, literally. Like picking up all the pieces and moving on. So I feel like there might have been a recent house move for some of you. You're moving to a new place that might be bigger and you're setting roots. So I do feel new houses coming through very strongly for many of you. There might be new additions to the family, like new people moving in, new people moving out. And so the house environment itself, it's very, it's thriving and it's very robust. Okay. The fifth house deals with fun, creativity, and it can also it's the house of children as well. So we have the Page of Wands. For those of you who are old enough to have children right now, You might literally have a child who is a fire sign, a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo, sun, moon, or rising. And this is a very, very fun, exciting, adventure-seeking type of a child. This is a child who's very, very curious about the world. And I'm getting somebody reading to their child, and the child keeps saying, can you read that one story about that dragon over and over and over again? So like every night you're reading the same story to your child. That's I'm getting that specific message for somebody out there. So I feel like you might be having, you might be literally just, this might be a child that is in your environment. And I feel that it is a biological child or, adopted child, somebody that you consider your own child. So this is a child that needs a lot of guidance. Okay. They're very curious about the world, and they have a very strong, like a very good heart and a strong moral compass. And it's really important to, cultivate that sense of wonder about the world, so that they continue to become optimistic, and they continue to believe that, good things happen, so that they don't become jaded. Okay. Because I feel like they might need your attention sometime for this month. In terms of, creativity and fun, excitement, this is like a social house. So I feel that, it reflects like the people that are in your midst and the people that you are going out with or even having fun with. It could be friend, or it could be somebody you're casually dating as well. So we have a fire sign coming into the picture, and fire signs are once again Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. This might be somebody that you are romantically involved with, who is very generous, very loving, very, very caring. So this is the energy that they're bringing to the table. The sixth house deals with work, health, and your daily routine. With the sun in the reverse, health is not looking too great. A lot of you might be coming down with something for this month. If you are taking care of a lot of responsibilities, if you're moving, if you're constantly shifting around, I do feel the health realm is going to be affected, okay? So the sun, which basically means vitality, if it's in the reverse in the health house, is not looking too good. So take care of yourself, get your daily dose of vitamin C, stay warm if you are in the northern hemisphere, and stay warm. It is winter time here, so keep yourself hydrated and stay indoors, and stay warm. What I'm also feeling as well with your work situation, I feel that a lot of you are in a work environment and you like it and you stay there because it's exciting. But in terms of it being a career, I feel that a lot of you know that it's not a career track. Okay. It's like it pays the bills. The money is there, but there isn't opportunities for promotions. There isn't opportunities for, advancement, like long-term growth potential, or even opportunities to advance above the position that you start out with. So I feel like it's fun, it's exciting. It might even be part-time, but I feel like it's draining your vitality as well. So I feel like work affecting your overall health, physical health, mental health. Okay. So these are areas to look out for. If you're in an environment where you're just definitely not happy, don't let it affect your emotional health or even your physical health, because I see that coming through as well. In terms of your daily activity, with the sun in the reverse, I feel like low energy. So you're starting right off the bat with a lot of enthusiasm, but I feel like towards, the second half of the month, you're going to start to feel this drainage when it comes to your vitality, your overall energy level, your metabolism, and things like that. Also, with the fifth house, the sun in the reverse in the sixth house, weight gain for this month is actually also quite high. So, just something to keep an eye out for, okay? Because I feel like a slowdown in your metabolism overall. You might not be as active as you're used to in the past, okay? The seventh house deals with relationships, and this is going to be partnerships in love and partnerships in business. So if you have a business partner, I feel that you're dealing with somebody who is very, very generous. And this is a card about karma, and it's very good karma. Like good karma coming back in, like you've paid it forward in a previous incarnation, or you have paid it forward in a previous time, and now good karma is coming back to find you. So I do feel, they're saying like money coming back to the sender. So I feel like if you have been in a business partnership with somebody, you guys are going to expect a big financial windfall coming through for your business venture. And likewise, if you both have been, helping a lot of people with your business, I do sense that there are a lot of clients coming through as well. So overall, it looks very positive when it comes to partnership. I feel like either way, the partner that you have is a very, very generous, is a very giving and very loving type of a person. This is a card about generosity, people helping others out who are unable to take care of themselves. So I feel like there is you might fall sick and your partner is stepping in to take care of you, and they're doing it in a way where, it's not patronizing. It's more like, I care about you. I just want to be there. So I feel like there's a lot of generosity, reciprocity, and back and forth, mutual rapport between partners for this month. It looks very good. Now, in terms of your eighth house deals with joint finances. It deals with, sex, death, regeneration, and it's also a psychic house. It's a receptive house. But for the sake of this reading, let's just focus on your joint finances. First of all, we have here the Five of Pentacles in the reverse position. I feel like your money house as an individual is not looking too great with the Judgment card in the reverse. It basically means stall, delays in getting some financial payout for you. And then with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like if you are sharing assets with another person, it's going to be very beneficial for you to alleviate financial worries and financial burdens.